Okay, friends, I'm here. The first thing I have to do is unmute myself, and then I have to take the X off my face. I tried to zoom in so I could get this camera out of the way, but I couldn't figure that one out today. It's a project for another day. How are you? It's Monday, 1 o'clock. A box came right before I started. I got my project all ready. I got it all laid out. And then a box came. So I wanted to show you what was in my box before I kind of get started. First, I have gummy bears. Do you know how this makes my heart happy? I went to see my daughter, went to see my granddaughter in a play this weekend. Ruby's 11. She's a 6th grader. They did SpongeBob SquarePants. She was Pearl the Whale. And she was fantastic. She has a beautiful little singing voice, and it was so super cute. Oh, hi. Oh, British Columbia, Canada. Thanks for joining me. That's a long way away. It's beautiful here today. It's 70 degrees. I don't know what it's like in Canada, but it's beautiful in Indiana today. So I went and watched Ruby perform. I got to spend time with my grandkids. Ooh, that wasn't very flattering. What the heck? I'm gonna turn that off till we go down here. Um, I took 2 granddaughters with me. I have 6 granddaughters total. So 2 of them were with me, and we made the road trip from Indianapolis to St. Louis. We hung out there, got to watch Ruby play her program. We did all kinds of parks on Saturday and played. And then I took Walt, who is also, he's a 2nd grader. He's 8. I took him to a 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning soccer game. That's wrong. No one should do that. But because there's an hour time change, that was 8 o'clock my time, so I was fine. And all the other people stayed in bed, and then we road trip back yesterday. Came back yesterday afternoon, and Pappy took the girls fishing, and they got to hang out a little bit here with us. So now Gimmy's back to the drive. I'm back to the routine. I had a box that I just got, and I have some things to show you. It's been a busy morning, but I'm ready. I'm not sure why in 3 days I think I have so much I have to do when I get back. I mean, Mark is here. He is in charge while I'm gone. All the dogs survived. All the plants survived. The kitchen was fine. But I feel like I always have so much to do. So let me show you what I have. I'm going to turn that light on that's so unflattering on my face. And we're going to check it out. Okay, the first thing that came in my box that I've already called Stampin' Up, and we've had a conversation, and they're going to send me a new one, is I got my hybrid ink pad, and it's broken all the way across the front. I didn't even open it. Have no idea what will happen when I open it, or how messy it would be, but right here it was already smashed. So I was looking forward to kind of trying it. There's 3 new kits out this month. There's always 2, sometimes there's 3. This one I was really excited about because I loved this designer series paper. It's in the new catalog, and I loved the paper. I showed it to you last week, but I don't live at the beach. I don't know anything about the beach. Yeah, grandkids are the best. I mean, I like them so much better than my children. You have no idea. Now, I love my children, but my grandchildren are just so funny. And there are several of them that are payback for the way my children treated me. And when I get a phone call about a rotten rat child, I just giggle because I always told them, what you do to your mama will come back at you. And that was silly when they were 12. Now that they have a 12-year-old, it ain't so silly. So here are the 3 designs. Again, I don't live by the beach, so lighthouses and palm trees and waves are not my jam. But to get 9 cards that have those things on them, I was super excited about. Here's this pretty paper. Let's see if the envelopes have any bling on them. Plain white envelopes, which I'm totally fine with because I know how to put bling on them. This is one of those kits that has no stamping. So it's just a fold. It's the way you fold it. Look at that. And now without ordering this, I have 9 cards that are beachy. Is that not beautiful? The words are, let me grab them. The words are, sending a little sunshine your way. Time to celebrate. And thanks for keeping me afloat. Let me fold all 3 of them so you can kind of see it. Oh, hi, Rosemary. That's one. This designer series paper is incredible. It's a shimmer paper, and it's absolutely incredible. Here's the lighthouse one. I mean, you can't get much simpler than that. And believe it or not, I'm of the age of people retiring. Right? And here's this one. It's so pretty. I was so excited when they came out with this kit. Okay, so that's the kit. It's called Painted Skies Kit. And again, it's a non-stamping one, which keeps the cost down. Oh, you have 3 11-year-olds? We had 9 and 9 years, so we have multiples at a couple of different ages. I have 3 8-year-olds. But yeah, that's those teenage years. I was texting, our oldest grandson is 13, and I was texting him last night, and I giggled at the way he responded, and then I sent it to his mother. Okay, this is, oh, California. Hi, Patty. This is online exclusive. This is the little silly old bear. Not every country can get that, so I apologize already if you can't get it, but I kind of wanted to show it. I'll be doing some projects with it. And again, it's a sore subject for people that aren't in the United States, but it has to do with copyright laws. We didn't do it on purpose. Trust me. Stampin' Up's not like that. But this is the designer series paper. This is scenes that you can cut out. Where is that part of California? I love California. Oh, you guys are 2 different places. I love California. I've not been Northern California. I've been Los Angeles and down is where I've spent my time. Some San Francisco. So pretty paper. But here's the stamp sets that go with it. Yep, I just dropped it on the floor. Oh, this. I'll show you the stamp sets. I just got glitter squirreled. I want to show you this too. For those of you who have the glass mat, this fits the glass mat. So it's grid paper that goes right on top of the glass mat. I love my glass mat. Not sure why I would need the grid paper, but it's great. It comes in inches and centimeters. I'm just going to leave it here, and I'm going to try to stay in my lane right here. So these are sweet words and labels. The best kind of days are the days spent together. I will love you. I will love you until forever, and even after that. You deserve a little treat. Oh, bother. We know who says that. Sometimes when you look for happiness, happiness finds you. Then we have, it never hurts to keep looking. That's funny. Oh, keep looking up. I just stopped at looking. Old friends are the best friends, which is so true. I tell people all the time, it's hard to find a new old friend. So this is the stamp sets. Here are the dies. I love both of these images, no matter what I put in it. I think it would be fantastic. Look at the dies. Those should just make you happy right there. So all these layers of beautiful dies. And then we have some acorns, acorn tops, acorn bottoms, some leaves. Is that not beautiful? Again, online exclusive. You won't see it in the mini. If you, I'm just getting ready to mail out my mini catalog. So if you're on my mailing list and you're looking for your mini catalog, it's about to go out. Here is Sweet Old Friends. Stamps, dies. So cute. Again, I've got grandkids, so Winnie the Pooh is a good thing. And then this, oh, and then there's an embossing folder. the 100-acre woods. When we moved to our house, we live in the woods. Everybody has 5 acres, and it's 50 acres total. And we used to, so our first kitty was Eeyore. We had a Tigger. Because we lived in the 100-acre woods. So then this is product of month. I can't wait to use this. I think it's going to be amazing. So I've completed my camp projects, not knowing what this was going to be like when I got it. But one of the projects is going to get this added because I just loved it. It's called, I Let Bloom Dies. Now, from what I've heard from people that have already used it, if you run it through your embossing folder this way, come on, friend, come off. You may not get as good an image as if you go this way. And then I saw where someone used the silicone mat, the new one, and just embossed it. So that would be pretty too. Again, just came in the mail. Haven't had a chance to play with it, but one of my projects for this month, or for the camp this week, are going to have that for sure. So Tanya and I, the Wonder Basement, and I do a bundle, online exclusive suite, and bundle each month. So if you order $75 from either one of us between now and June 10th, no, May 10th, geez, April, May, June. I was like having to say my months. We will make cards with this bundle and these designer series papers. This comes with, this is the designer series paper. This is the designer series paper. It also has a foil paper in the suite. So we'll be using a little bit of both. Then it has, this is the ribbon. And I'm using these embellishments. It's the Moody Palette Glossy Dots because I wanted to. The ones that actually go with it are these, which are the natural matte dots. So the card I'm doing today, I'm using these, but these are going away and these are staying. So these are discontinued and I wanted to use them at camp, but these are the ones we'll use on your projects. Okay. So let me show you what I've done with it so far. Well, 2 of the many things I've done with it. The first thing I did with it was this. I paired it with that Pretty Daisy embossing folder. And then I stamped this, and then this is part of the dies. Hope you feel your best soon. Sometimes, get well isn't an option. So we just want people to feel their best, which is sad but true, especially when you're my age. Then this is the one. Okay, my camera hates shiny paper, and I just showed you a foil paper. So let me switch cameras, and you're going to have to see me for a minute, and then I'm going to go back and see if I can. Okay, it doesn't like it. Man, it hates those glossy. Let me see if I can switch to a different one. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Whenever I show those shiny papers, it jacks up my camera. So I was going to use one of the foil papers here, but I probably won't just because it'll mess up the image. So this card may be closer to what this one was. Oh, maybe I'll use the navy over there. So for camp, they're going to make this card. And if you say that's a random flower up there, that covered up the schmutz that I put in when I made it. So we're going to make this, and I'm going to show you how I did it. And we'll do it together, friends. All right, here we go. First of all, I took, this is 5 1/4. Oh my gosh, it did it again. Let's switch. Nope. know how to do this. I know how to do this. Watch me. I know how to do this. This is a new one. New source. Okay, so in my new source, I need to put a different camera. We want this one. It's still blurry. Dang it. All right. Let me, okay, I'm going to switch a camera. Let's see if what this one will do. We're just going to have to, and I will never, I solemnly swear to never do that again and put something shiny in there. I promise. I will not do it again. We're going to try this one. It is facing the door. Which camera is that? The one I'm thinking I'm using is facing down. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. I mean, that gives me heart palpitations. Okay. So now we're clearer, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4. And yes, I have it written on my thing. So I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to fold it back on itself. And you can decide. Sometimes I short it a little bit so that I can add a piece of DSP here. But I'm going to just fold it right back on itself. And I'm not scoring it with my scoring blade because I want to make sure it meets. And if I pick a number on here that's wrong, it's going to mess it up. So the inside of this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut my secret C, that's Crumb Cake. I'm going to cut my secret C smaller. So I'm going to go 4. And then I'm going to cut like a 1/2 inch off the bottom. And if I don't get this exactly the way I want, guess what, friends? I can trim off a little bit more. So, ooh, I've got some rough edges. It looks like somebody needs a new cutting blade in there. Lucky for me, I know where to get them. Okay, so there's that. And that I want to fit in here. That's about the size that I want, but man, I don't like those choppy edges. And that is because I need a new cutting blade. Now, if I want my edges to look like that, that's fine. But if I don't want them to look like that, I don't want them to look like that. There will definitely be a new cutting blade put in there. So I want that to go there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pretty DSP that's not shiny. I'm going to use a different one that this one has small flowers. I'm going to use a big flowered one, but I'm going to turn it over so it doesn't catch that shine. So this is 4, and then I took 1/2 inch off. So this one I'm going to make 3 3/4. And because I know the front of this is 5 1/4, okay, I'm going to make this one 5. So I'm going to put this on top of here. We don't want it to shine too much. I'm going to put this on top of here. And I'm going to put this in here. Like this. And then this one, I use this pattern out here. I'm going to use a different one on this one because I shouldn't make them same. I'm going to use this one. So this fold back is a little bit over 2 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and take up most of this. So I'm going to make this 2 inches. Hopefully I don't go back to a blur. And I'm going to make it 5 1/4. Sometimes with this, I'll go ahead and make it the whole front, because why not? So now I've got this piece that's going to go right here. Again, if you're coming to camp this week, this is a preview. Pay close attention, and then I don't have to give you instructions again. No, I will. I'm going to add this ribbon, which it's a gray granite ribbon, and I wasn't sure I was going to love it with it, but I love it with it. I love it with it. I'm going to make this one a knot because the other one has a bow. And again, I tie it on the bolt because I can. But this is a nice, soft cotton ribbon. It ties pretty, it frays. Again, I really like the gray granite. And I'm going to ask you at the end which one you like better. They're different, but I'm going to ask you. So now I've got my basic white where I'm going to do some stamping on. I have a punch. I'm going to punch out this tag. I'm going to do some stamping on it. I've got a flower I'm going to stamp on here. And then we're going to assemble all this. I did all of my stamping in pecan pie. I ordered my new hybrid ink, and I was going to show you how that works today. But the lid's broken. I'm afraid if I decide I'm going to use that for camp, it just won't work well. So I'm going to put my flower here. So I have my flower. I've added the words on the inside of this one. I stamped another flower and then the ones that covered up my schmutz. So here's the inside. Let me make sure this is the size I want it to be. Nope, it's a little big. So I'm going to trim that down. About 1/4 inch on each side. Not each side, but one on top and one on bottom. So it's going to fit in there a little bit smaller. So I showed you the snacks that are in my stamp room. If you missed it at the beginning, I love gummy bears. So that's my snack. What's your stampin' snack? Like, what do you snack on when you're stamping? I love those stinking gummy bears. They're my favorite. If you haven't had them, I highly recommend them. They're actually made in Indiana. And I mean, I'm not a lover of all things sweet, but those dang little things are calorie worthy. This is my color lifter, and I'm going to show you what I did with that in a minute. And then I have dark old olive, light old olive. I have dark cloud cover, and then I have secret sea, light and dark. So these are the colors I used to do my images. I'm going to start off with the dark old olive. I'm just going to go accent that a little bit. I'm more of a quick color. Nerd gummies. Ew, Tanya, come on. Oh, I'm not supposed to be judgy of other people's likes. Okay, you go, girl. See how quickly I changed my little attitude right there? I know when I stamp at Tanya's house, we do eat chocolate. Don't think we don't. I made some dates and put almond butter and dark chocolate on them. Those have made me happy. Trust me. I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and I'm going to go over this because I want that to blend just a little bit. I did a little bit of the leaves, but I just wanted to do that a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do this flower. The flowers on here, I was trying to mimic this image. I was kind of having a hard time doing that, but this is how I tried to do it, just in case you wonder. I did a little, this is that cloud cover. Again, I don't love the way I did it, but I mean, see, it's got all kinds of blues going different directions. It was hard to duplicate, but I tried. Tanya, what were those things that you guys were eating that popped in your mouth? That was weird. We were together. We took a trip, and they had these Pop Rocks. I was like, I'm not that kind of candy girl. Can you hear I got a dog that's snoring. Okay, so that was the Light Secret Sea. I'm going to go back over this again. And the way they did it, it's like a splash of color in it. They're not trying to blend the color. It's just like a splash of color. I know, that's annoying. I'm sorry, I won't do that anymore. I was annoying myself. But I felt like the best way, I'm going to add a little more dark. Oh, hi, Mary. It was just, and again, I'm trying to match what they did, but it was kind of hard to do it. I probably would have been better just to create a totally different flower and not try to match theirs. But then I went back with my color lifter and lightened some of it. If you've never done this with your color lifter, I thought the color lifter was just to erase my mistakes, but no. It was, oh, there's Tanya. It was the Pop Rocks. She got them at TJ Maxx. See? So I was just trying to get that kind of a flower look. Like they even have some more white in it than what I left. Let's see if I can do this one a little bit better. Let's put a little bit of this. It's very abstract flower because there's really not a whole lot of blue flowers in nature. If you think about it. If you look out in your garden, what grows that's blue? I have some blue-purple hydrangeas, but they're not just blue. So again, I'm going back with that color lifter. And I do, if you do blends, if you color with blends, I do think when the color sits for a minute, it also does change. So I'm going to give it a minute to sit. The other thing that I did on this is I put some I added some dots. There is a demonstrator in Germany. She's amazing, but she does this all the time. And she's very patient. She does it very slow, straight up and straight down. I get going too fast, and then sometimes my dots have a tail, like that one, because I'm not very patient with it. But I really liked the way she did it. She was just real good about that. And then, of course, I wanted to whack it because that is therapy. If you have children, see, boom, baby. That got whacked. Okay, so then this is going to go on the inside. I'm going to put it in there so I know where it is. So it's right here on the inside. This is going to go over here with some dimensionals. And then I'm going to run a couple of these dies through the embossing folder and add them to the front of my card. How am I doing, friends? Can you tell which one you like better so far? I mean, it's hard. All right. Now, I'm pulling the dies out. It's got a lot going on back here. This one's my favorite. And then this one cuts out the words, but it has a lot of these. Like this one would be pretty in the copper on the card, or these. I'm not pulling that copper paper back out because I'm not going to get blurry. My dogs have been so busy today. Okay, so I can do all this with my mini boss. You know I love my mini boss. She and I are friends. She likes to do my tiny little things. My daughter has a little dog. It's called Cocoa Puff, and it weighs about 5 pounds. That thing is so bossy. Come on. She bossy, but she funny. Oh yeah, the paper is beautiful. Oh, you like the blue one better, Teresa? That's funny. I mean, again, I knew people would have an opinion. I just didn't know which way the tide would go. Oh, you know what I think I'm going to do? It was hard to decide which papers I liked better when I was making the card. Again, this is the one Tanya and I are going to use for our 4 projects that you get from us if you place that $75 order between now and May 10th. That's so pretty, but I think to add a little interest to it, we may add a little wink of Stella to it. Because friends, everything's better with a little sparkle. Okay, for those of you who have, well, you'll just appreciate it anyway. So again, got these granddaughters. 4 of them were there this weekend. Ruby is the one that was in the play, and she's 11. She's so talented. She's so good with the grands, you know, because she's got a little sister, Ingrid. I had Willow and Winona, and then I had, so those are the 4 that were there. So Winona, the youngest of the group, loves hair and makeup. She wants to do everybody's hair, and she wants to put makeup on everybody. Ingrid is not a girly girl. And so they were, so I have to do this. So they were getting ready to go to Ruby's program. They all had a dress on. Ingrid never wears a dress. But she was going to do, be in a dress because then everybody was in a dress. And they put on, they were playing with makeup. And they were putting on makeup. I'm going to use these because this is going to come in what you get. They were putting on makeup, and Ingrid said she wasn't going to do that. And she went in her brother's room and got the eye black and put it on. So she basically looked like a ninja warrior with her eye black on. But that is Ingrid. And my daughter just looked at her and shook her head. She did not have on pretty lips. But it was Ingrid. Gosh, these are awfully nice. Is there, do I need to limit the ones I put on? Because I want a little bit of all of them. All right, friends, here you go. The 2. So, gosh, majority is picking the blue one. There you go. All right, friends. So here's this. And here's this one. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. I'm glad you picked. I'll be here next week, same time. Tanya and I will be live on, I can move this now and turn off this light because, dude, that's not flattering. Tanya and I will be back live on Wednesday with about 1:30 with projects, and we'll both have another one. And one of us will make a project while you all are watching. And then Tanya will be live on Friday. So thanks for joining us. Maybe I'll make something with that silly gold bear. We'll just see. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Gosh, you have a great day.